A fine good evening to you all as we very sadly close the chapter on the 1919 Continental League season here on WMAQ, home of the Chicago Teetotalers. My name is Hubbub Bologne. I've enjoyed being your play-by-play announcer here on WMAQ for the entire 42-game season of the very first Continental League of American baseball. And with the Teetotalers closing the season tonight, and the series against the Milwaukee Dutchmen, we very much would like to see a win from the series to put the Teetotalers, well, at least on the right sort of path going forward. That being said, the Milwaukee Dutchmen already crowned champions of the Continental League, so once more they will do battle here on the baseball diamond in beautiful Rothstein Park. We have lots to get to, of course, lots of action. Of course, all 8 teams playing tonight on August 30th of 1919 as we conclude the Continental League season for the year 1919. With that, I think we should head down to the public address announcer and bring on the players as they conclude their first ever season. Hey, good evening to you all from Rothstein Park, and we welcome you to the game tonight between the Milwaukee Dutchmen and the home side Chicago Teetotalers. At this time, allow me to introduce the starting lineup for the visiting Milwaukee Dutchmen. Batting first, the shortstop, number 10, Benoit Strampelson. Batting second, the first baseman, number 4, Booty Quoops. Batting third, the right fielder, number 45, Chesty Squiders. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 9, Dash Buckman. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 33, Goody Fine. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 47, Nate Yourself. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 27, Bemis Jackson. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 15, Rob Dobster. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Dutchmen, number 35, Dave Dump McDan. And at this time, as long as there is not a drop of alcohol in it, please raise your glasses to the sky and salute and welcome your Chicago Teetotalers. Batting first, the second baseman, number 35, Cowie Bangett. Batting second, the shortstop, number 12, Boxer Ribeye. Batting third, the right fielder, number 27, Throat Boulder. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 3, Gert Junction. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 23, Humpty Pool. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 11, Spray Bradley. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 14, Moopy Poundcake. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 2, Nevada Escargot. And batting ninth, taking the mound, your starting pitcher tonight, number 25, Barnacle Portal. Well, that's a lovely, rousing ovation for this home team. And the fans, nevertheless, giving it to their all. Always cheering, and rah-rahing for the home team, the Teetotalers. Something we like to see. The city has very much taken to baseball, and despite the Teetotalers' 17-24 record at the moment, still brings people out to the baseball park. It's a good time to enjoy, and it hasn't been without its enjoyable moments. Barnacle Portal taking the mound. Not the best of seasons for Barnacle Portal. Like to maybe forget about this season. For the most part, he has not had a very good time. 1-8 is his record, starting 10 games. This is his his 11th.
Now batting, number 4, the first baseman.
20 strikeouts, so does lead the team in strikeouts, but also in earned runs, 43. And he's going to hit that one long and far is Booty Crooks, and it's caught by Throw Boulder. Here's Chesty Squiders. Takes ball 1. And that's going to be up in the air, caught by Moopy Poundcake, and a 1-2-3 inning to get us going. The Teetotalers take the plate. Dutchmen hurry out onto the field in their positions. Cowie Bangett, a bit of a slump lately in the season, was a very strong part of the team. He's batting .342 on the season with 19 RBIs and 50 total hits. Love it to make it 51. 1-2 the count after a couple foul tips. Facing Dave Dump McDan. Again, 3-4 record. An ERA of a little over 5. He's going to pop that one out into foul territory, and it's out number 1. His boxer ribeye back into the lineup. Bowtie Harvey replaced him at shortstop and had quite the outing. But boxer ribeye very important to this team as well. Batting .265 on the season, 27 games played out of the 42. Into the plate, had 83 at-bats, 22 hits, 7 home runs, 15 RBIs, and he's unfortunately out for the second out, excuse me. Here's Throat Boulder, again, one we'd like to see a better season from in years to come. Throat Boulder, working that count of Dave Dump McDan. 2-2, he's going to single right up the middle, gets past the glove of McDan, all the way back to center field. And Nate himself, he's on with the single, bring up Gert Junction, and I must say, Teetotaler fans were very excited about this pairing in the outfield. The 1-2 punch of Boulder and Junction never really did deliver in the way that it hoped it would. Both of them underperforming on the season. Neither of them had an average over 250. As Throat Boulder will steal second. And that's going to be a strikeout for Gert Junction. A place where he does find himself a bit of a lead. That is strikeout number 19 for Mr. Junction. And unfortunately, the home runs are there. 12 home runs between the two, but not enough really to make waves. Here is Umpty Pool, and he's going to ground it right to second base. And Dash Buckman makes the... Oh, excuse me, not Dash Buckman, but... that was the end of the inning. Excuse me, that was... beg your pardon, that was Dash Buckman grounding it out to Cowie Bangett for the first out. And that's going to go off the glove of boxer ribeye. And it's a single for Goody Fine, bringing up Nate Yourself, the center fielder. And that goes off the foot, I think, and the glove of Nevada Escargot. And it's not time to be careless in the last game of the season. You have to look lively out there in the infield. Season does end after tonight, so perhaps save some of the relaxation and the lackadaisical nature for after the game. And that will be a 2-run double by Venus Jackson, who will in fact be on second, and that is a 1-out, 2 RBI, 2-run double, so it's 2-0 to the Dutchmen. Even the top of the second, that's going to go foul, just barely. Grabbed by Junction. Another foul tip for Rob Dobster, the catcher. Going to smash that one into right field. I don't think that's going to stay in the pocket. It's a home run to Industry. And it is another pair of runs for the Dutchmen. They are scoring runs by the truckload at this point. A 4-0 early lead. 1-1 to Dave Dump McDan, the fellow pitcher. 1-2. Monaco Portal looks a bit rattled at this point. Hasn't been able to get his control down. That's going to be an easy out right to the third baseman. Nevada Escargot makes the throw. Gerd Junction with the catch. 2 outs. And a bit of an anus scratch for Barnacle Portal. See if that helps things out. Still ball 2, unfortunately. Not quite. 3 balls in a row. 3-0 the count to Ben Walk-Stramplesen, and he'll walk him on 4. And this will call into question.
Number 4.
This is not the good final taste in your mouth that you want to leave as a starting pitcher for the Teetotalers, knowing where there has been weakness and a desire to improve. We have to certainly hope that Barnacle Portal can improve in the off-season, as just has not been able to cut the mustard. That's going to be right to Cowie Bangett, the throw to Junction. And mercifully the top of the second is over. Dave Dump McDan faces Umpty Pool. Is going to foul off that first one. Big swing at strike number 2. And that's going to go right to Venus Jackson. Can he make the throw in time? What a diving catch. Diving play to get the ball, get up and make the throw. That is out number 1. Here is Spray Bradley up to the bat for the first time. That's going to be easily grabbed by Jackson again. And the throw over to Cooks. Well, they have figured that out in the field, have they not? Whoopie Pound Cake, the catcher. Going to pop that one high into the air. It's going to go into foul territory. Should be an easy play for Rob Dobster. He does, in fact, make it. And that's another 3 outs recorded against the Teetotalers. It's 4-0. Here's Chesty Squiders starting things off. Big swing by Squiders for strike 1. That's a fantastic mustachioed style by Mr. Squiders. He's going to get past the second baseman and the pitcher into center field for Spray Bradley, and a single. Dash Buckman signaling to the patrons out in center field, perhaps left and right field, that perhaps one is coming for you. He gets it to leave the infield, but it dribbles all the way back to Spray Bradley. It's going to be a single for him. And that is going to leave Squiders on third with no outs. A foul ball. Portal facing Goody Fine. 1-1 the count. Big swing that could hit the wall in the back. It's going to just hit the base of the wall. 1 run scoring. Here comes another runner. Buckman scores. It's another 2 runs on the double, this time from Goody Fine. Here's Nate Yourself. Again, no outs. That is going to be number 1. Boxer ribeye, the throw to Junction for out number 1. Venus Jackson up to the plate. Big swing. That's foul. That's going to potentially be a sacrifice attempt. No! Umpty Pool with the catch. And that keeps, I believe, Nate Yourself at third. And the easy ground out from Rob Dobster makes it 6-0 after the top of the third. But Nevada Escargot, bottom of the lineup for the Teetotalers. Strike 1 faces the first pitch from Dave Dump McDan. That one's low for ball 1. Sizable swing for Escargot for strike 2. He fouls that one off, keeping it at strike 2. 1-2 the count. And that's going to go off the glove of McDan. He's able to get it and still make the throw. It would have been quite the reflexive catch. Nonetheless, the out is recorded all the same. Barnacle Portal in the pitcher spot. He will be, in fact, and that's going to be an easy one, right to Cowie Bangett. Right to Dash Buckman. Throw to Hoops. Not the bad one, right through the middle to Nate Yourself in center field, and another single keeps things alive. That one from Cowie Bangett, his boxer ribeye, as the Teetotalers would love to have some sort of response. Unfortunately, the ball goes right to Ben Scrambleson. The throw to Coops is the third out. Here's Dave Dump McDan in the top of the fourth for the Dutchmen. Big swing. That's going to go right to boxer ribeye, and the throw in time for out number one. And here's Ben Stramplerson, the top of the order again for the Dutchmen. He is the shortstop. Ben Stramplerson found his way outside of the competing with Max Beef. Actually, they both have almost identical averages, 3.63 and 3.62 respectively. Max Beef tipping him by that 1,000th. That's going to be a strikeout, and you can see how much Ben Stramplerson just screams in agony at that. You could just hear it and see his jaw drop. That's Booty Quooks going right to ribeye, the throw to Junction. It's an easy third out. And we're into the bottom of the fourth with the Teetotalers taking the plate. Once again, his throw at Boulder. Boulder is 1 for 1 today. One on one the count. He's going to hit that one right to the glove of Dash Buckman. Takes his time, throws to Coop for out number one. Is Gert Junction. And Junction's going to leave the infield with that single ground ball. He's on first in plenty of time. And that's going to go over the head of the third baseman, Venus Jackson, and another single. Bringing up for Umpty Pool, bringing up Spray Bradley, the meat of the order at this point. Junction, Pool, and Bradley, and Pound Cake 4 from 7. That is a quite daunting task, but they're going to hit it to the Fancy Dan to end the inning. Well, a 0 again for the Teetotalers. And I must regrettably tell you that Fancy Dan Double Play is brought to you by Fancy Dan's Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. Try their new gelatin-based styling implements, or some pomade, a shampoo, or perhaps even you like a styling salve. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. Starting things off for the Milwaukee Dutchmen was Dash Buckman with a single right to center field. Here is Goody Fine. And they're really batting quite around at this point. 2 fouls in a row for Goody Fine, 0-2 the count. That's going to be a potential Fancy Dan ribeye to Junction, provided by Cowie Bangett. It's a Fancy Dan double play to end the inning. Halfway through the game, 6-0, still in favor of the Dutchmen. The Fancy Dan again brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. Their styling gelatin is all the rage. It just allows your hair to stay exactly in the fashion you place it. And you would think gelatin is only for the dinner table. No, it is in fact for the top of your head as well. That's going to be out number one for Moopy Pound Cake. Here is Nevada Escargot. Big swing at strike 2 facing McDan. Swings again, strike 3. He's out. Another one, and his Barnacle Portal, the pitcher spot, adjusts his crotch, just waves his crotch, I think, a bit at Dave Dump McDan. I don't know if that's some sort of language between pitches, but he hits on the first pitch, it flies out, and it's caught by Nate herself, and the inning. Good thing his fly wasn't out when he was making that sort of gesture. Starting things off at Monaco Portal is Nate herself. He's going to hit on the first pitch. It's going to pop up into foul territory, and Moopy Poundcake with the catch. Here's Venus Jackson. Big swing by Jackson. It gets right past Portal. And the way the infield played it, it goes right to center field. And Spray Bradley keeps the runner on first. Rob Dobster. And that's a ball. And the throw is not in time. Venus Jackson is shamed by this crowd for being caught stealing. And Cowie Bangit grabs the ball, makes the throw right to Junction, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. Not the conventional way, but it happens nonetheless. Here's Cowie Bangit, top of the lineup for Chicago. This might be a good time to string some offense together. Ball one. And that's going to go right to Kooks. McDan makes the hurry over there, and it's out. Number one is Boxer Ribeye. Big swing by Ribeye for strike one. Swings again at that one, dipping down. Strike two. Fouls off, gets some contact on that one. He was aiming low, and he's going to aim even lower. That one changing speed entirely, just dying in the air like a quail on the hunt, or being hunted. And that's going to be out number two. His throat boulder is going to pop up on the first pitch, and it's caught by Goody Fine. Bring an end to inning number 6. So inning number 7 begins, and Dave Dump McDan takes the plate to start things off. We'll see if they actually will go to their bullpen. No, they will let McDan. They will let him, in fact, bat. Swings at strike one. Hits that one foul. So 0-2 the count. And that's going to be caught right by Boxer Ribeye, diving to his right for that line out. And it's out number one for the Dutchman. And that is Benoit Stramplesen is going to get caught out at first. The diving play by Junction, the throw to Barnacle Portal. And here is Booty Kooks on with a single. So 2 outs and 1 on. Bringing up Chesty Squiders, and that is the thing with this Dutchman team. The deeper you get into that lineup, the more offensive power they seem to have. They just don't seem to be shortage of it. And that's going to be a fair ball. Trapped down there by Nevada Escargot. The throw in time to Junction. It ends the inning. And the 7th inning stretching time will, in fact, the 7.5 inning stretch, as we call it, has begun, and there is some calisthenics happening in the crowd. We see they're doing jumping johns and some just very good aerobic stretchings. And that's going to be the first strikeout of the inning to Gert Junction. Dave Dump McDan only up to 60 pitches. Fantastic economy rate. He's going to get out number 2. Caught by Rob Dobster just on the line of foul and fair. Here is Spray Bradley, and 60 pitches. 61 to potentially get Dave Dump McDan through 7 innings. That is foul. Ball one. He is averaging about 9 pitches an inning. And that's going to do it. A strikeout. Watching it go by was Spray Bradley. We enter the top of the 8th. 6-0 for the Milwaukee Dutchmen. They are showing why they are, in fact, the champions. The Chicago Teetotalers, a bit woeful, I must admit. And that's going to be dove onto by Escargot. It's going to be a single. And here comes Goody Fine. Well, they can keep another late rally going. They do not know when to give up, do these Dutchmen. They don't ever roll over for anyone. Gentle Fancy Dan. Bang it. Ribeye. Junction. Fancy Dan. Brought to you by Fancy Dan Falco Products. Here comes Jepson Schwanwich, the closing pitcher, maybe perhaps going for the last 4 outs of this game. And he's going to get one of them by knocking that one right to the glove of Spray Bradley. Bottom of the 8th, Moopy Pound Cake is up for the Teetotalers. Move the runners to first and second here in the bottom of the 8th, so perhaps a little bit of a run going on for the Chicago Teetotalers. Not up yet. Bulltie Harvey's going to come in as a pinch hitter for Schwanwich, so we only got that one out he needed. Perhaps would have gone with a double switch if they needed to keep him in there. He's going to hit for one. He's going to make the one pitch at bat appearance and pop that one out in foul territory to Booty Cooks. Now we bang it's gonna smash that one into center field. It's caught by Nate Yourself. And the throw to third base, not in time. And Venus Jackson cannot make the tag in time. It's Pound Cake on third, Escargot on first, and 2 outs facing Boxer. Ribeye, big swing on that one. And he's going to strike out. So coming in for the 9th inning, Jerry Hamper for the Teetotalers. Hamper has been a fairly reliable pitcher when he's needed to come in. He's coming for approximately 2 innings a game. This is his 12th appearance of the season. A whip of about 1.7, 5.48 ERA. 6 strikeouts, but he tends to keep it on the ground. That's out number 1, so Rob Dobster. That was Venus Jackson getting out. Going to be 2 outs with the strikeout, and here is... Well, it's going to be Dave Dump McDan going for the complete game. They're not going to be removing him from this one. He's going to hit it right to Hamper, the throw, and the out recorded. 6-0 is the scoreline. Milwaukee over Chicago to put on a season finale sweep as champions. Again, just a few days ago, they were crowd champions. That's going to be the first out to Throat Boulder. Here is Gert Junction. Dave Duntley down 76 pitches. What a day for him. That's going to be foul for strike number 1. 1 out. 1-2 the count to Junction. And that is going to be a strikeout. Gert Junction not happy. This is not the way his season wanted to end. It's just been all sorts of wrong for Junction. And Umpty Pool, potentially the last out of this game. He's going to hit it right to Venus Jackson. The throw to Booty Cooks, and it is a sweep for the Dutchmen. They do, in fact, complete it. And it is a bit unfortunate as the voice of the Chicago Teetotalers, but again, they are the champions for a reason, and they are relentless. So they will end the season. Will the Dutchmen at 28 wins and 14 losses? That is a 2 wins for every 1 loss that they've had. The Teetotalers, unfortunately, 17 wins, 25 losses. Not quite as the opposite, but nonetheless. The final score, again, as the line reads it, Milwaukee Dutchmen, 6 runs off 10 hits, defeating the Chicago Teetotalers, no runs off 6 hits. And of course, we will have the box scores in your afternoon papers tomorrow. You can look out for that one, of course, if you'd like the finalized box scores of the season. Those of you might have collected it. Dave Dump McDan goes the complete game. He gets the win. With Barnacle Portal getting the loss, going 7 2/3 innings. Again, very impressive. And Dave Dump McDan does in fact get the award of finest dandy of the day, with Goody Fine as the second finest dandy and Rob Dobster the third. These finest dandies of the day, brought to you by the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, growing tobacco alongside grain, gives it its heartiness, its nutritional value, and of course gives it the freshness that you associate with the open plains and amber waves of grain of America. That is the Honeywheat Tobacco Company asking you to do your part, show your patriotism, and to always smoke wheat every day. That's going to be it for us here on WMAQ. It's sadly going to be the last time you hear from me for the baseball season. I've enjoyed bringing the games of the Chicago Teetotalers to you. We look forward to a 1920 season and hopefully a rip-roaring season in general for the Teetotalers. And again, as we see you back in April, when the season will start anew, we'll see what new fresh faces will come to Chicago, who will look lively to perform well, and of course, as always, who will be free of the drink. So again, I ask you one more time for the evening, toast again, raise your glass to the Chicago Teetotalers, as long as there's no alcohol in it. Good night, everyone.